It was bad. It was bad. I pity the parents. Because me, even for Parents' Day, back to that school, labda wanivute na komeko. I have a headache. A big headache. No. No, no, no. Well, guys, I think I need somewhere to like release this energy, because the energy I just collected now is not what I really needed. Like, man, I need to take out these clothes, go into my swimsuit or put on my workout clothes and just work out this energy. Like, have you ever walked into an office and you just feel the vapor? Vroom. Man, yeah. Well, today I had employees training on customer care. Okay, customer care, like attitude, how you treat people, how you handle people's businesses, how you handle people. Like, especially people you're meeting for the first time. They don't know your attitude. They don't know who you are. They don't care. All they've come to do there is just to get a bit of, like service. I'm so, like, trust you me, today, and I have to address this. I've been admitting children and students in schools, but I've never come across such an attitude I found today. Never. And it happens that I've realized that, wow, this dress has something. I think I've admitted 3 children in secondary school with the same dress. I've just realized now, it didn't cross my mind. Like, teachers, principals, head teachers, deputies, parents are going through so much, you have no idea. People are going through so much. People are broken. People are struggling to just put their heads on top of the water. People are drowning. Extend some grace. Extend some grace. Parents are going through so much. At least you should appreciate that a parent collected themselves and made sure that their children have attended and have reported to school. It is wrong to give such attitudes. If me, Akothee, I can meet such an attitude, how about just any other parent? Or maybe it was a hater. I don't know. But I will walk you through to what I experienced today, and I can't just keep up. I just keep quiet. I cannot keep quiet, because if I keep quiet, some parents are also going through the same. And all of next week, I'll be admitting children in schools. So let me warn you in advance, do not give me an attitude, because I am not coming to go into that school. The children I'm bringing to that school are not my children. My children finished school long time ago. That is when I was supposed to deal with some attitude from some desperate or frustrated teachers, not now. Again, as parents, we are not the government frustrating you with salaries. We are equally frustrated from where we are. Right? So, the moment you want to give parents attitude, or you want to mistreat them, please mistreat Akothee with some kind of, garnish it with a little of respect, remembering that Akothee finished educating her children long time ago. That attitude is unacceptable. Nimekata na nitasema hata kesho nitatoka na placards is a no. The school is just my neighborhood here. I don't think I've ever stepped my foot in that school. I can't say I don't need that school, but hey, excuse me, my children finished going to school long time ago. They are now pursuing their masters. some are busy getting married. But please, I ask you, I know teachers are frustrated, but do not extend your frustrations to us, because we trust our children, we entrust our children in your hands. And if as parents you can't mistreat us like this, how are we sure you are going to take care of our children? I had to come back and look at myself in the mirror. Is it because of how I drew my eyebrows? This lady just didn't like me. You know, I walked in, and whenever I'm going to institutions, I walk in as Esther Akothee parent. I don't walk in as Akothee. I really try to avoid walking in as Akothee because I also don't want to cause a scenario of an arrest in school, or, you know, I'm not going there for showbiz. I'm going there to make sure that a child has an opportunity to learn. Again, the children that I bring to school, normally I try my level best to come on the low, because then later it might affect them. The rest of the children thinking they are that rich from the things they read from social media. So today, I had a lot of meetings lined up. But I said, okay, I'm going to put a smile on a child's face. So I went to this certain school that I won't mention, but one day I'll mention it, to admit this child in the midst of my many other, you know. The child is an orphan child that really needs support and love. You remember the boy who was crying the other day saying he doesn't have parents? I've stood up here to be a parent to some children. When I come to your school, don't mistreat me. If you have some things you're holding against me, let us tukutane kule kwa Facebook. Na hiyo sudo account yako, nitukane vile unataka. But when I come to admit a child in school, please garnish your insult with a bit of respect. Remember, that's not my child. Right? I'm just standing up and taking up a responsibility from a person who is not there. I am representing their mother. Well, we happened to interview some of the parents who are seated out there, and they said nobody's even attending to them. The receptionist, I went like, hello, good afternoon, madam, how are you? I am fine. Well, I want to admit a child. What's the procedure? Is the principal in? No. The principal is not in. I went like, oh, okay. So, who can I talk to? And the deputy is also in class. Well, I was now already getting angry because of how she's seated. Like, she's almost asking me, what the hell are you doing here? You know, so I kept on collecting my calm. I'm like, trust me, if it was my child, my own child, I would not have admitted her there. Trust me, I would keep her home and try to look for another school where attitude is positive. So this receptionist, looking like her own self, talking to me, leaning, almost sleeping. And I'm standing. I walked in. Beautiful. Hi, madam. How are you? I expect the positive feedback like, hi, how are you? I don't care. I don't want anybody to recognize me. I don't need it. I'm so happy, by the way, when people don't recognize me in the institution. So I expected her to say, hi, how are you? Oh, my name is Esther. I've come here to admit a child. Oh, really? Wow. How can I help you? Can I see the principal? No, she's in a board meeting. Kindly, maybe you can see teacher so and so. You don't tell me to go and sit there. Sit where? I go sit where? I have come to school to admit the child. You are telling me to go sit there. There where? Huh? No, sincerely. I am a parent. I've driven all the way. Maybe you don't know if I've not had lunch or breakfast, or maybe I've even borrowed somebody's car. You are telling me to go and sit there. There where? We are talking about customer care and customer service. Simple and clear. Oh! Why? They sent me now into where now they sent me was where I was now going to be murdered and killed. Character assassination. I'm so angry, by the way. So angry. I'm full of anger. Because I can't imagine a deputy principal attending to a parent like that. I decided to keep quiet. I decided to keep quiet because if I opened my mouth, I actually had to ask for drinking water for the I walked in with a broad smile. I feel like my smile has been wasted. I shouldn't have smiled, number one. I shouldn't have extended my hands. There was a parent there who can be my witness. I went with a broad smile because, hey, it's January, we are winning, and God is graceful to us. Things are happening around. I'm so happy that I've been winning since January began. So I went in with all the energy from Akothee. You know how I can be, that energetic. I went like, wow, good morning, good afternoon, madam. She almost didn't want to lift her hands. She's a young, beautiful looking girl. I think she's in her late 30s, if I'm not wrong. Late 30s or something. So I went like, good afternoon, madam. How are you? She went like, good afternoon. I'm like, happy to see you. You know when someone tells you happy to see you, she's striking a conversation. Yeah. So I said hi to the next parent, and I realized she's still busy, so I decided to step outside a bit, okay? While stepping outside, I started getting a headache because of the, the energy was not the same. So it got back to me. I had to consume my energy back. And you know what that means? So my relative we were together with was like, I said, just relax, eh? I thought I should leave her there, the mother of the baby, but I said, if I leave her, they will frustrate her. So I said, Esther, you are going to stay here until the child is admitted. I will go back to that office again. So I'm waiting. The watchman was very kind and friendly. The security guard was very kind and friendly. Normally, they're the mad ones, eh? Normally, they're the mad ones. But this one was very kind. He was actually, the security was the one helping us to fill in the gaps. The security was the one helping us to fill in the gaps. So, I'm wondering, what's not happening? There are not so many parents around. Like, it's not like the school is that so busy that someone is overwhelmed or so. It's not about 12. It's 11 going to 12. What's the attitude for madam? We are all going through shit. We are all going through a mess. Thank you very much for the gifts. Thank you very much. I'm so mad today. I'm just mad. I can imagine how parents are being treated. And I was teaching my employees this morning, even my accountant for the Akothee Academy. I taught them how to treat parents. Someone might just get out of your gate and go and commit suicide just from how you have treated them. Be kind. Empathy. Kindness is priceless. Just give out a smile. Good morning. How can I help you? Now wait. We went in again. Madam, I could not talk. I couldn't talk. Not at all. Because we have filled the forms. It has the name of the child, the mother, the father, if at all, the numbers are there. Then why do we have to fill the forms and equally come and, and answer your questions when you refuse to talk to me in the first place? Read the documents that is filled already. It wasn't my child. If it was my child, I would have referred to her, madam, read. Just read. She refused to talk, read. But it was not my child, so I cannot bring the madam boss. But madam boss kept on telling me, act. Why don't you act right now? But that attitude is wrong. That attitude if that's the kind of attitude you are going to, to excel in other people's children, madam, go home. You are in a wrong, call it what? What has happened? This TikTok thing normally has its own things, eh? Yeah, anyway. So, like I was saying, it is wrong, very, very wrong, to mistreat parents. Because the way you treat me shows me how you are going to treat my child. There is no difference. First and foremost, I should be the one you are giving the best impression of who you are. But you are busy, you are busy frustrating me. I've not done anything. I do not know if you've not been paid salary or whatever the hell has happened. But don't just put me in the mix of everyone. It's a pity. And some of the parents have said, nobody's there to attend them. Now, if me, Akothee, Madam Boss, I can get such an attitude, how about just any other normal parent? I've admitted children in different schools. I've been to Nyaboanse, very kind and welcoming. I've been to Owirakoko, very kind and welcoming. I've been to Maranda Boys, very kind and welcoming. My daughter went to Kisumu Girls, very kind and welcoming. My English is lost. I'm so mad, yo. I've been to Signolo Girls. The principal was very kind. Shule zingine hata kunini sitaki hata kusema. Why would you mistreat parents? Why? A parent has taken an opportunity, their time, to come and enroll, admit their children in your school, because probably they've been called to that school because they've attained the certificate, they've attained the marks needed for them to be in that school. Treat parents with kindness. You never know what people are going through. All your problems should remain by the gate of your home, not carrying it to school and start frustrating other people's children. You even make me call children's. I'm so mad, by the way. The whole of next week, I'll be admitting the Form 1s who are, don't give me attitude, because I will bring Madam Boss along. I have the audacity to drop Esther Akothee and pick up Madam Boss, whom you will not like. Allow me walk into school as a parent, and equally allow me admit the child through the normal channel of admitting a child. Now, we walked into the deputy principal's office. She hardly lifted her head. So I'm like, are we talking to a ghost or what? Then she's like, the name of the student. And she has the form filled in front of her. The name of student, the name of the guardian. So you go to the accountant and pay school fee. We have paid. What was that again? What did she ask? Number of the guardian, name of the mother. I don't know, IMF, something is being paid, supposed to be paid on, is supposed to be paid on I don't know what. So I called my driver because I don't have, I don't do my transactions. So I called my my PA. Do you have some float in your M-Pesa? Yes, please pay. How much is it? Pay 2,900 there. The moment the money was paid, man, we were told to go for uniforms. I couldn't stay in that compound, not for 2 minutes, because my head was bursting. My head was bursting. What kind of an attitude is this? You do not know how people struggle so much to bring their children to school. In fact, why is secondary school not free of charge? Anyway, if you are a teacher here, and this is what I tell all my teachers, the day I will hear about any negative attitude from this school, I am done with you. I am definitely done with you. Please, treat people with love, with empathy. You never know what they are going through. Make someone leave their child behind with the hope that when the child comes out of that place, there will be an empath child, there will be a happy child. So if a parent leave your school frustrated, what message are they carrying home? I've left my child there, but I hope she will survive. Sad. Madam, we do not know what you're going through. We are not part of your problem. We brought our children to acquire education and knowledge. Pump into them what was given to you and reasons as to why you went to school. Being a teacher is a calling. It is not a right. Some of us can't be teachers. I wish I could, but I'm too impatient. I can't. I don't have that calling. But if you went there, what is it? Okay. If you went there because you want to be paid and you are chasing money, you are in the wrong profession. Stop mistreating people's children. Stop mistreating people's children. Stop mistreating people. Just go home. You belong to your house. I wonder how you treat your guests. What I saw today, my God. Treat people with love. You never know where they are coming from and what they are going through. Probably your smile alone might change someone's challenges. Just a smile. Maybe they've not seen a smile in a long time, for a while. If I would be a school principal, or a deputy principal. Good morning. How are you? Is everything okay? Great. You're most welcome to our school. Is your child, has your child been admitted? No? Okay, you need channel of admission. You start from that desk to that desk to that desk. Then finally, you will find me here to attend to you. Period. When they walk into your staff room, as a head teacher or a deputy, good afternoon. How are you? Wow, your daughter is very beautiful. Mama, come here. Come. How is everything? Please provide a warm, welcoming environment. We know you are the deputy. We know you are the principal. Okay, we know. Thank you. Now we know. But how are we going to blend? How are you going to allow our children to release themselves? How are we going to blend together with our children so that they can understand what you are teaching in school? You mistreat their parents in front of them in the staff room, and you expect this child to open up to you even when they come back to school and they were raped. You expect this child to come back to school and open up to you when their parents touch their private parts. I'm asking. You expect to blend with, or you are that principal that when children see you, they are running behind the buildings. Or when the children see you walk in class, they were doing bullshit, then they start picking up their pens to look busy. You have failed. You have failed as a teacher. If you are a teacher who walks inside a classroom and children stop doing what they were doing and start doing other things, you have failed as a teacher. You have instilled fear and not respect in those children. It's better to be respected than to be feared. As a human resource manager, today, 0. Reception, 0. Service, 0. If we decide to activate parents and ask them how they were treated, you are going to lose your credibility. But that was not normally, nowadays is not my mantra, but I'll tell it as it is. You will not mistreat me, I've told you. Because the whole of next week, I'm admitting, I'm done with Akothee Academy. Everything is running smoothly right now. Next week, I'm admitting all those children that have not been able to go to school. I don't know how it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. And I have good news for you. For the boy from Sironga, the boy from Nyamira, I'm just going to drop this call and I'm going to get in touch with the parents because we've gotten a sponsor. So no more crying. Thank you very much, my fans, for coming on board. Thank you for the love and the support you gave to me. Someone says, okay, Sawa, I'll do that, okay? If you are a parent and you are mistreated in school, don't shy off, don't keep quiet, speak up. Because the same way these people are mistreating you, the same way they're going to mistreat your children. Usikubali ujinga kama hiyo. We are teaching our children how to be, to be grateful. We are teaching our children, character development, like, we need them to have empathy, know how to introduce themselves, know how to handle guests when they come. And then you just want to thwart my daughter's self-esteem because you're a deputy principal. Or you want just to damage my children that were built in a very beautiful environment. By the way, not every child coming to your school is from a poor background. No. Do not instill your negativity from your house to people's children. I wish I was the Minister of Education of this county. I would walk to each and every school and actually interview the children, how the teachers are treating them. I failed maths entirely because of Mr. Ile. Mr. Ile was my teacher for maths. Mr. Ile thwarted me with this maths until anytime I just read we have maths double in Ortum girls, I would just switch off. Because the only thing Mr. Ile knew was to remind me how I will never be as rich as my father. Kokeo, Mr. Ile would, I don't know, maybe he had a crush on me, I didn't know. I wasn't even stubborn those days. I don't know math. I got D- because of Mr. Ile's foundation. Mr. Ile instilled wrong foundation in me. Therefore, I disconnected with maths at an early age. When I just had maths, I knew I don't know that shit. I don't know that thing. I don't want to talk about it because I don't know it. If Mr. Ile walked me through, at least ningepatako hata kasi hapo. But every time Mr. Ile walked in class, the first person you will spot is Kokeo, because my dad used to come. Because my dad used to come to school with the government's car. It was the government's car that can't even carry him now. Mr. Ile will remind me. You think if your mother is a teacher, you will also be a teacher. Kokeo, when this teacher would come to school, I'll be his subject. Until I disconnected with him. So every time he came, I would be looking at him, but I disconnected a long time ago. I'm just gazing. Waiting for the double lessons to go. He even demoted me from being a prefect. He did everything he could to frustrate me. I was busy paying debts of my parents being rich. Mr. Ile didn't like this. Probably he was crashing on my mom. And because she could not reach my mom, now everything was now coming onto me. It is wrong. I remember when my children were also in Utawala, there's a teacher who kept on asking my children if my head is okay. That, uy mama yenu, kichwa yake ni mzuri. Teacher, I believe you are following me now. I was not as rich then as now. I wasn't a superstar as now. Teacher, I hope you are seeing my children have degrees, all of them, with my bad head. Teacher, I hope you've seen. I hope so. There was also another female one who kept on bashing my children with my background. Her own daughter gave birth before she finished Form 4. Her own daughter gave birth, didn't finish school. Mine acquired degrees with all those insults, with all those judgments. When the children come to school, please, we beg, we ask you, treat them with some love. Maybe you could be their parent. You could give them the love we can't afford to give them. You can stand in for us. When marriage is taking us left, right, center, when husbands are beating the hell out of us, in school, children find peace. Provide peace. Accommodate each and every child in the same way. I couldn't wait to come and pour this bile out. I am disappointed in the school I visited today. Very disappointed. The environment was feeling, oh, I need to shower. It was bad. It was bad. I pity the parents. Because me, even for Parents' Day, to that school. Labda wanivute na komeko. But me even walking into that compound again? You know me, I don't vibe with negative energy. I am full of positive energy that if I decide, if I give you my energy and you don't reciprocate, it hits me back and I become sick. It can actually take me into depression. Yeah. And mothers, parents, take heed. Listen to your child. If your child tells you, Teacher Esther mistreats me, believe him, believe her, until proved guilty. Tumeelewana? Yeah, these teachers need to be talked to. Some of them have bad energy and bad attitudes. Fix yourself. I almost acted. You know, I almost told that deputy teacher, Madam, do you have a problem with me? Or do you have a problem with yourself? Or are you unsatisfied with this environment? Or are you tired? I kept on asking myself so many things. I actually walked out without saying thank you. For what? Anyway, I had to release this because I had to tell it somewhere. My employees do not understand me. But I know there's also another parent somewhere who is suffering the same treatment. Kwanza, when schools open, principals feel so sweet, my goodness. They don't even pick up calls. They don't pick up calls. They even look at your calls and they'll say, wanataka nini? Kwanza kama mna kutafuta shule. Mtoto wako asifanye makosa tu, akakosa kupita mtihani, atunaenda kutafuta shule. Madam, the beginning of all your frustrations. The beginning of all your frustrations. Kuna mama alinikula pesa way back when I was looking for where Rubaby was called hakupenda. So I had to look for a school for her. Nilikipata. I was swindled. So na watoto pia wasome. Wasikuwe kwa kategori ya kutafuta shule. Ndio uoneshwe. Sasa ukienda kutafuta shule unaonyeshwa madharau kabisa. He? Take care of your space. Your mental health. My mental health, my mental wellness is so important. Right now, I just want to eat. I go sleep. I don't know if I can sleep, but then I think, let me call the Lyox. We chat a bit. And then I will put on my rubbers. I'm going to drive. I go pick up my dad. I come back. Weekend is here. Right now, I can't even go back to school because this energy I have, I don't want to infect my children with this energy. I just better stay at home and release whatever I collected from that school. It's just a neighboring school, just somewhere here. Secretary looking like herself. Answering like she wants. The deputy can hardly open her mouth. Guys, have a lovely day. Sawa. Well, I want to make some calls so I can get hold of the boy. You know, Brother Akothee takes things seriously. When I say something, I will do it. The boy in Kanga High School is not a full scholarship. I've done my own research and heard that the team who took him have only paid school fee for the first year. Definitely the boy needs assistance for the next coming 4 years and does not stop there. At least when he finishes 4 years, I know where to take him. The other boy who was crying, who has no parents, I reached out to Fine Urban, and Fine Urban are happy to support us. And actually, the CEO, Mr. Cleophas, asked me to look for a better school for the boy. and that he is going to sponsor the boy until he finishes his education. Wow, Mr. Cleophas Nyagaka, God bless you so much. Now that's Brand Akothee. Everything she touches turns into gold. So you don't have to cry anymore. And when it comes to parenthood, when it comes to parenting, the boy said, sina mzazi hata mmoja. Nimesoma kwa uchungu. Eish! Those words went deep. I literally cried. Sina mzazi hata mmoja. Nimesoma kwa uchungu. Sijakula kitu tangu asubuhi. Yo. If those words didn't touch you, then I do not know the kind of heart you have. So guys, the boy will be in school next week. You don't have to worry. You know that anything that I touch must turn into gold. And please keep that video so we can show him in the near future when he's made it and he's a CEO somewhere, or a doctor somewhere, or an engineer somewhere, or a pilot somewhere, you know, or owning a business somewhere. Because for me, my main mantra is to leave a positive impact for each and every person's life that comes across me. I love you guys, and don't forget to always pray. Don't forget to always remind yourself that you're great and you can do it. We've been there, we've done it, and you can do it. Bye. Bye.